What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we got airplanes. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, a long overdue, not so dramatic, anticlimactic video. I should have been making this video a long while ago, and I have no excuses. I'm all out of excuses, but here's the video. Today we're going to be talking about the update, the updated information, what's been changed, what's on the car right now, what are we rolling with. I'm gonna throw in some dyno numbers finally. I know some of you guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you're gonna be like, oh, this guy never posts dyno numbers. Well, here, you're gonna get that chance today in today's video. So we're just gonna jump right into it, guys. We're gonna start up front, start working our way back, and we'll show you some things. We'll get some sound clips of this exhaust system, because that's another thing that was changed, and we'll see what's going on. It's gonna be a good video, so sit back, relax, and let's see what kind of trouble we can get into here. The most obvious change that we've done here is we have a new supercharger. This is a 4.5 liter Whipple supercharger, and before I even go into anything, I'm gonna link down below the guy, the gentleman, the awesome guy that helped put this car together, got all the parts ready, handled the tuning along with Barth. His name is Steven Rippa, so his username is @RippaTuned, so that'll be all down in the description below. He put this thing together, he did everything for me, fixed so many errors, just awesome, super awesome. Couldn't be more excited about where this car's heading and what's on it right now. There's still things that I want to do to it. Number one, which will be in a different video, is adding a catch can back. I'm still going to be keeping my Billitek catch can, but it's going to be a different mount. We're going to do a video on that, so that should be sort of interesting, but we'll see what goes on. But as you can see here, the whole setup is different. The thing that I don't love about the Whipple is that I don't have my engine covers anymore, which means you get to see this hideous looking orange, which, you know, it complements the red so well. Can you tell? It just looks so good. I was able to maintain so many of my parts, thankfully, but I did have to get a new tank, but my Billitek cap still works with that, which is awesome. As you can also see, I did go with the carbon fiber intake tube for the Whipple, which matches everything, and you know, obviously I had to go a little bit bougie with my theme, so that's why that is. It does come with this intake filter, but I do have a blower guard filter. I'm going to show you in about 2 seconds. So with these blower guard filters, blowerguard.com, aka Turbo Guard, you get kind of your choice here. This is going to be mostly my daily setup. Then they have a super fine mesh setup, which would be a lot of protection. Not perfect protection like this, but enough. And then if I ever decide to, which I haven't decided yet, yes or no, but to go to the track, you could probably run one of these bad boys. If there is a little wind in the audio, please excuse me. I can't find a good day that's not raining or making crazy noise outside with wind. This is the best I have. We're outdoors here, guys, and there's Isis geese making all kinds of noise here. One of the things I really do love about this setup also is that my car made tremendous power for pump gas, and we're on the largest pulley. This is a 5.inch pulley. We have a 4.5 inch for race fuel, which we haven't tuned for yet, which we will in the future. I'll post those numbers later. But for right now, pump gas, you know, you don't want to go too crazy with the pulley. There's the wind, but you do what you can. Along with this whole setup, we upgraded to a complete 4 triple pump fuel system, and we did ID 1700 injectors. So we upgraded everything. I was on 1000s. I was told 1050s, but I was on 1000s. That's great, right? And I was on a drop-in double pump, some kind of nonsense. But we got rid of that. We rectified that problem, and this is starting to look awesome. I was also able to keep my Billitek thermostat housing cover. And what is this sun thing? This thing I'm not used to seeing the sun blinding me. I shouldn't have looked at that. That was really silly. As far as what wasn't changed, which is still here, this is still a 422 stroker motor. So basically, I know some people are going to argue on me, but it's basically a 7 liter. You know, just round up a tiny bit, right? So basically a 7 liter motor, 422 stroker, still the same thing, still the same cam, still the same internals. Nothing this way down was swapped, so it was good. My car is now tuned by Barth Tuning. That's another important thing to remember, because it is running very good, and it was running very good pretty much right out the gate, thankfully. I drove here, didn't have a problem. The car is amazing. it's just amazing. Very excited. Update video for the interior, nada. Not a whole lot of nada. Nothing changed in here except for the fact that this seat now makes me a lot happier. Yay. So what was swapped back here? If you do follow me on Instagram, you do know that I am now a Corsa exhaust ambassador, Corsa performance ambassador. So we did end up going with a different exhaust. I couldn't at all be happier because it's just amazing. The exhaust is amazing. It sounds great. We went with the black tip setup, the Corsa Extreme, full on crazy mode, and it just sounds bananas. You're gonna get a clip of it now. Eventually I'm gonna do a whole video dedicated to the Corsa exhaust. This is just gonna be a little video for you to hear the cam and everything. A lot of things happening, but why am I back here? One of my previous videos where I was talking about mods, you did see this giant ice tank. Oh, I had to get this thing. Well, let's be serious, guys. Just stop for a second here and chit chat for a second. This car, this was built for me to be happy. This wasn't built for anybody else. This wasn't built to make anybody jealous. This wasn't built to flex, to impress, to do anything. This was built because I was told that you couldn't daily drive a car like this, which I am going to daily drive this. This was built because I was told you couldn't put a Whipple on a Hellcat and be on pump gas, and I'm doing that. This was built because I was also told that you couldn't hit 4-digit wheel horsepower with a daily driver pump gas, and that's what we did. So there's no flexing, there's no bragging deal. This is what I wanted. I drive this car, so that discussion stops, right? So let's talk about back here. So as you can see, we do not have this hideous, god-awful ice tank anymore. It's gone, thankfully, and I couldn't be happier. It was just not logical for me to have it. I don't go to the track, and I'm not, you know, racing for money on the streets, so I really don't need to cool the car down like that. I have a B Woody heat exchanger, and it's doing what it's doing. So as far as things that were changed, what was changed back here, we did upgrade the battery. Again, this isn't a race car with a you know, $700 or $1,500 battery that's lightweight. This is a daily driven street car with a $200-something interstate, gigantic, heavy, bigger than stock battery, and it's the way I like it. We also have one small little difference back here. This is my fuel pump controller and a second gauge, just so we could gradually check on the car and make sure everything's running the way it should. But overall, very clean install, and I still got room. You know, as far as mods go, the rest of the mods are pretty simple. We still have the same of everything. We still got the DSS drive shaft running down the middle, the aluminum, not the carbon fiber. We still have the BMR suspension in the rear. That was never changed. And the only thing that was changed in the rear is we're no longer on a stock diff. We're actually running the 309 Demon diff. As of right now, that was the only other thing that was changed. So we'll see how it goes. We still have the brass monkeys, but we're gonna be daily driving on the welds once I get the front welds mounted and balanced, which I do have those now. We got 20x9s in the front, these are the rear. So basically, as far as what's planned, I couldn't really tell you too detailed. We're just gonna enjoy the car, maintain it. There are gonna be projects, there are a little bunch of things that I wanted to do that I've been wanting to do. Probably gonna change the front brake calipers, and we're gonna clean up the car really well. It's filthy right now, I apologize. You might not notice, but it is. It's covered in dust, but this is what happens. This is what happens when you got this kind of life. As far as anything else goes, this is the matching gauge. We've got one in the front, one in the back, as you saw, and we ended up getting rid of the other strut tower brace, specifically because, well, it wasn't really a necessity, and it wasn't gonna really work well with the Whipple and the fact that we mounted this gauge right here. I'm gonna actually cut to the dyno numbers right now as I'm speaking, so you'll be seeing those on the graph right there. The numbers look very healthy. The graph looks very good. We needed very minimal pulls that day. The car started out just right out the gate making over 900 at the wheel, and again, it's on pump gas. We're tuned for 93. So as far as what the car is going to make on ignite, we don't know yet. Guesses, we don't know. I don't want to, like I said, it's not a flex thing. It's going to be a good number. I'm happy with it. The car is awesome. And again, it's, you know, if you guys want to have any questions answered, just message me or comment down below. I'm eager to talk about it. The whole point of this car is to share with the community. As always, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're new, absolutely, please consider subscribing. And you know, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the build. We're gonna end this off with some exhaust clips, but again, sorry for the delay. I am not getting rid of my YouTube. I'm not quitting YouTube. It's just, you know, life happens. I've got a second kid on the way, and priorities, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I love the car, and I love YouTube, and I love you all, but, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do for my family, and we're gonna do the best we can, guys. So thank you for sticking by my side. Thank you for supporting me, and I look forward to the future with y'all. Have a good day. See you on the next one. God bless America, baby. Woo!